The Army, infantry, these are staples of what people think of when it comes to the military. And it's no secret that being in these specific communities of the military are going to have some very non-traditional types of training practices.
Now choke yourself. God damn it, with my hand, numbnuts. Don't pull my fucking hand over there. I said choke yourself.
Now, that has become a little bit questionable, as there has been released documents or statements made across Instagram, on social media, to meme pages. Also, there has been video that's been shared amongst these meme pages, kind of showing some of the practices that are being done over there, allegedly, per some of the students that are going to be future infantry officers. But before we get into the video and those videos that have been shared, I have to say, understanding when you're in these basic infantry, boot camp, OCS, whatever, you are going to have to do physical training. You are going to be put under mental distress. You're going to be put in situations which are going to be kind of not normal. But then there's also military law and things that come into this where really govern and guide the command and the instructors on how they can conduct training and what they can and cannot do. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's jump into some of the details of how these infantry officers are kind of taking some of the heat. So that guy in your seminar writes on his Instagram story, and it says from the direct messages, yeah, you hear how he smoked a kid in the showers, ... I have now, yikes. And he says, yeah, dude, towel fell off and dude had to still push. Hashtag extreme ownership. Then that guy in your seminar tags this guy Kosigian and says, what? At this point, I was like, who is Kosigian? Who is this guy? Clicked on it. Nothing really there. And then I was like, let me see what else is happening here. Now, it does look like that guy in your seminar has captured a screenshot, so we kind of get a picture of these accusations that are being made against this infantry officer that seems to be an instructor that required this guy to do push-ups or whatever else, getting smoked while he was naked. Now, he has made his account private, and it says here, he went private, but I snagged this one. Cringiest caption ever. Getting smoked in the shower is probably humiliating enough, but it's got to be 100 times worse knowing the guy who wrote this caption was the one who did it. And the caption writes by him, it says, Blackfoot works hard in the off-season to get ready for game day. We're staying safe from Corona, but the boys has a positive for being lethal. Hashtag not today, Corona. Blackfoot Company, Geronimo, Spartan Lives, I think he misspelled it, Airborne Infantry, Jaber, Alaska Photography. Now, that was not one isolated response to this meme page that has come out talking about this and sharing their direct messages to kind of reaffirm what has been happening over the basic infantry course. And it says here under a story, it says 15-minute hygiene and chow after an 8-miler where everybody covered in sweat and only a few showers at 211 and MCOE. So many stories we could tell of Bravo Company shenanigans. Platoon trainer hit an IMSO and got removed. CO smoked a LT naked in the showers. And then it tags Koseg again and says, what's going on down there? These kids are filling my inbox. Did you really smoke a kid naked in the showers? Now, as far as this goes, I'm going to show the video where they're kind of talking about this getting beat, being late and stuff like that. Didn't really give me any alarms, but I don't want to miss any context, so I'm going to show you guys that clip so you're like, all right, there's nothing really going on here, but watch this right here.
8, 9, 9, 0, 9, 1, 9, 2, 9, 3.
Now, in regards to other videos, there have been some that have been released that kind of outline some of the physical training that's required. Again, that first video, very normal. Besides this female walking around with her hands in her pockets, we'll just let that be there.
Bing bong. He had too many shots.
But looking at this next video, that's where I'm like, what kind of culture is going on here? And definitely draws the line of bringing questions up and the legality of what is happening. And I'm not a JAG officer. I'm not a lawyer.
Hopper, Martin. Colvin, Thomas. Are you getting it on Monday? Down. Jackson, Thomas. Vaccinated. Johnson, Darrell. Johnson, Darrow.
So looking at this, I have to say, as much as this information seems to be one of those things that is very public, people are usually okay with sharing this information if you ask them, but this is health information. This is HIPAA, and having people having disclosed their status of vaccination, tests, whatever it is, definitely draws a line of question, because as a patient right, you do have right to privacy, and that's being one of them. And if you're not to share it, I don't know what the case was for that. But obviously, if you were getting an exemption or whatever, I'm not sure when this video was taken, that could be a case where it's like, okay, you're being officially counseled or whatever. I'm not sure on the specifics, but the military has outlined the process to get people to either say yes, no, how to move forward, how to counsel, how to track and document this, so that later on there's no legal issues. The command is free and clear in order to make sure that they are safe and that no one's going to come back and have any blowback on the command. This is not part of that process. This is not what has been given as guidance to any military leadership that's out there to ensure that this is done. No one's making anyone else that I can think of, or I personally know, that is being made to go PT and then yell out vaccination statuses and say why they're not getting it or getting it. That is a talk that happens between either a chaplain, a medical officer, or the chain of command specifically that is required to track if you have or have not had that. But if this is in front of the battalion commander or the command sergeant major, allegedly, I don't know and I don't see them, that brings up some questions of what is happening here. Now, some people that are in this course or becoming future infantry officers have made a couple accusations where they say that this is hazing. And when you look at this, there are equal opportunity policies that are out there on how to formally handle this. Do I want to say that there would not be some attitude changes if you were to do that? That's questionable. You're in a student status. But looking at this, I'd have to say, if anyone ever has issues with something like this, you can bring it up to somebody that is in the equal opportunity. If not, there's Inspector General or the equivalent for the Army that you can always route through, because if you are saying that your leadership, the top leader, was there when this is going on, and that's the person you're supposed to appeal to, you do have other avenues to go outside the chain of command. There are people that are going to criticize that statement by saying people that are outside the command are only there to cover for the command. Who knows? We have seen commanding officers get fired for evaluations. Make me a little concerned. But looking at this and some of your opinions from the messages that are being verbalized, some of the videos that are being shown here of what the culture is like there, do you think that this is another day in the Army and what it takes to be an infantry leader? Or do you think that the guidelines and the structure that the military goes by and abides by in black and white should be addressed here and essentially brought down for more corrective action? Please let me know down in the comments below, because I think that's a great discussion to have. But as always, if you guys do like this video, you can support over at patreon.com for special perks and benefits. On top of that, you can also support over at the YouTube join button for special perks and benefits on YouTube. But as always, if you guys have questions about this or anything else, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.